The year is 2008. Little Nicky is joining the military, getting his standard uniform issue. They throw this tan top and black pants on him, and he looks at them with disgust and says, "What is this?" Because that's not the Navy I signed up for. We came from Johnny Cash's, which were the Navy service uniform for the winter blues. And also we had the summer whites, but I'm going to kick a horse while it's down. It's been dead for years. We're going to revive this discussion right here. The Navy has been revitalizing uniforms over and over and over again, pretty much over the past every year, and now we have not seen one uniform touched since 2010, and I think it's time for the chopping block. No, boomers, we're not talking about your utilities. We know you want the utilities back. They're never coming back. Or the dungarees or any of those old uniforms. I had utilities. They weren't that great. Didn't have the dungarees, but still, I'm sure they're not that great. And the years 2004, 2007, this uniform became one of the tested uniforms, which was met with high criticism. It's E7 and above that were very pissed off, from chief to master chief, also including your officer community as well, that had their khaki uniforms, were now going to have intrusion from the E1 to E6 rank. A lot of this push was to make the C bag smaller, because we had two different uniforms to work in depending on the season, and we had two different uniforms that we had to have for our dress uniform. Like I mentioned before, they were the Johnny Cash working blues and also the working whites, which were obviously very hard to keep clean. There was a special material that was used that did make these a little bit easier to clean from people that did wear these. Back then, that made sense to cut down on everything, but the direction of the U.S. military and U.S. Navy is changing rapidly and does not meet the standard of what the Navy wants to be today, sadly. And I will give some perfect examples here, with the first one being the dress white and dress blue is now aligned to be gender neutral. No longer do we have the funny hats for the females that they had to store in a box and only break out maybe once a year, and now they wear Dixie cups as well and also have a jumper top. We are seeing the neutrality come together. I'm like, wait, Nicky, the Navy service uniform is not gender neutral. We'll talk about that. And we'll start from the top, work to the bottom, and the first one is the cover. It's the Garrison cover. This was an optional piece of clothing that was part of the Johnny Cash working blues, where you wore your Dixie cup all the time. It's only $8. You didn't have to put anything on the Dixie cup. And now with this Garrison cover, you have to. So in my opinion, there's more effort to this. You have to buy another piece of metal for it. It looks funky. It stains easily. I have a theory they reuse these, and I've always bought one or found one that doesn't have my real name in it. And on top of that, I'll say it doesn't hold up in high wind weather, which God forbid I actually ever walk outside in this thing. And once this thing stains, there is no cleaning, it seems like. And then I'm not going to pay the money to send this to a dry cleaners to clean a cover. I'd like it to be less maintenance. The next is the age-old tradition issues that we have with the tan top. Now, with this top, I believe it stains easy. The benefit that they brought to this uniform was that they had pre-done creases in it, which if you've never had to iron in creases, it is a great benefit. I will say that. This does mimic the Chief Petty Officer. We should have a little of our own taste of culture, and we had the history, heritage from the other uniforms, but we've lost that here. Also, on top of that, you guys remember those rates? We don't have those anymore on there. So now we've dealt with it for like the past 10 plus years, but I think we need to bring this rate pride back. What happened to that? Oh, now we're here on the gender neutral train because we've moved everything to gender neutral. But this uniform has not been overhauled. We need to bring this out very soon just to bring it across the entire. Why do we have two different tops? You got females that don't have to tuck it in and they don't have any pockets, and you got males that have to tuck it in and we got pockets. We'll get to ribbons. Now, remember back in the day with the NWU Type 3 where we said, remember that tab right in the center that you have to stare at? Maybe might be offensive to a female? Well, guess what? Those ribbons, they have to be 6 1/4 inch. How am I going to know if there's no pocket to align to? And it's only going to make me have to look at that portion of the uniform even harder. And I'm going to have to break out a ruler if I'm actually going to conduct any type of uniform inspection. Give these women a reference point. At least for males, we have a pocket where it's 1/4 inch above that thing. It's pretty easy. Most of us eyeball it. The next one's the belt. The belt sucks. I'm going to be honest with you. Literally, the belt originally came off of the utility uniform, which was a dark blue black belt, whatever you want to call it, and it always looked off. And now you guys don't even get that blue black belt. Thank God. It looked bad, but now it is a official black belt. And if you see the cloth belt that you can buy, it does have to be cut to be fit around your waist, and it actually ends up fraying all the time. It's probably the worst sold belt you could ever have, which is why I end up with one of those kind of like webby looking ones. But still, like, the issued belt should be a little bit better. The pants are dirty too easily, along with the cover. If you guys have ever been in a car and had piano black or something, or any equipment or technology that is piano black, it's like fingerprints get on it. This type of material just attracts dirt, it fades, and it doesn't age well. And the last thing are the shoes. I don't know about anyone else, but none of these shoes feel good on my feet. They all suck, in my opinion. They don't actually fit. They're either sliding off my heel or they're crunching my foot too tight. I've tried leathers. I've tried the core frames. There's nothing that matters. They hurt my feet standing for 5 minutes. And yes, I put insoles in these things. It's just not a comfortable shoe. I don't know what it is. I've had other dress shoes that are pretty nice, like these are supposed to be, but these just don't do it. So you're probably saying now, Nicky, why are you complaining about this, and what are your recommendations? We need a revamp on quality, U.S. Navy, just like you revamped the quality for the dress uniform, which made it nicer, more fitting, better zipped up on the side. Even the dress whites got an overhaul with the piping on the wrist, made it more thick and more bolsterous and ready to be worn, and felt like you were really wearing a uniform rather than the old pajama types. But the quality of this uniform, if I could relate it to anything, and I hope you guys understand my comparison, is this is almost equivalent, in my opinion, of wearing a Halloween costume. Enough to wear it for the one time, but you're really not going to wear it after that, and the quality is just not there. It has that fake, like, bad material, cheap feel to it. And I'm like, why can't we get a nice pair of dress pants that are truly going to last? And we also need to change that uniform top to make sure that it matches across the genders like we're trying to do for everything else if we're really trying to embrace. And I have to give credit to the one person out there that decided on the one great uniform item from this entire thing that you can put together, and that is the Eisenhower jacket. It's all black. I wear it all the time because I wish we just had Johnny Cash's and it was all black. That's really what I wish I could wear all the time. All black. I think it looked slick. It looked professional. Looked nice. It was sharp. I mean, come on, guys. If you guys were in the Navy at the time, you would agree with me. And the fact that there are creases already put in there and we only have one uniform, can we change the color a little bit too? U.S. Navy, we are looking to make this better. And I don't think I'm the only one out there. This is probably my least favorite and I believe the worst uniform as far as quality, fit, purpose. It's just not very functional at all. And I really think that we need to go back to the drawing board. And I'll be on that board if you really need me to. Like I said, I don't think I'm the only one out there. And if you would like to be on the board too, let me know down in the comments below on what you would change about this uniform. I'm sure I'm not the only one that's missed something from here. But those are my main thoughts because, and if you guys do like what we do over here, we do have a Patreon link down below where you can help support the channel. And you'll get some special perks over there as well. And also we do have a membership that you can join as well and get some special perks here on YouTube as well if you want to help out the channel. But as always, if you guys do have questions about this or anything else, you can always hit me up on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, or down in the comments below. I love you guys. I'll see you next time.